Hello and welcome to Glorious Miniatures. My name's Jolyon, and in this video we have another glorious unboxing. And what do we have in this video? Yes, it is this one right here, the Warhammer, the Horus Heresy Legions Astartes Scorpius Missile Tank. Been wanting one of these for a while, so we're finally going to get one made. And this is going to be specifically, this particular one, for my Death Guard army. Have a look at the back. So this is a 100%, well, 1-to-1 scale picture right there, as you can see. Bit of a reflection there, but that is the right side of the tank, I promise. That is the front view with the driver's little hatch thing. On the right-hand side, you got the Naughty Boys, the suggested paint if you want to use that particular color. Side, you got the Imperial Fists here with some suggested colors. One transfer sheet. And that's basically all there is on the outside of the box. So let's get into it. Here we go. Bits of plastic. Oh yes. Instructions. Transfers. Oh, 2 transfers. Crazy. Extra bonus. Aren't we lucky there? Right, let's remove that and start having a look at all the plastic. So what do we have here? We have the main sort of Rhino thing. Main Rhino sprue. You'll see it on the Rhino videos. Check top right hand corner. For one of those, we got the main sort of floor part right there. Let's flip this over, in fact. So that's the main sort of floor. You got the 2 sides of the Rhino here. You got the insides as well. We've got the exhaust stacks, all 4 of them in 2 pieces each. We got the headlights on that side. There's the other headlight there again. And we got all the tank tracks as well. And that is the sort of rear ramp, which does cause a bit of a problem when sticking it in to the tank. And then here we have the top half of the Rhino. You got the roof, I guess. Here is the top hatch and the 2 doors, one there and one there. Well, the door entrances, and those are the hatches. That's the front driving bit. We're not going to be using that on this particular kit, obviously. But I don't know, I guess that goes into the spare thing. And there's a foot, I don't know, thing you stand on when getting in and out of the Rhino. This is the part which makes the Scorpius Missile Tank the Scorpius Missile Tank, I guess. You get the front driver's view slot there. This is where the missile twirly-whirly system goes into, and that is the word we're going to go use with. And here is the actual thing that rotates the missile system. Those are the 2 missiles, basically a mirror of each side. There's nothing too fancy going on there. Got a few other bits and pieces on here as well. Go towards making up the missile launcher. And that is about it, I think, on that. I don't think there's anything too different there. And then the all-powerful accessory sprue, the vehicle accessory sprue, you'll have seen on many kits. Check top right-hand corner for potential Kratos video. There's the Dozer Blade, Havoc missile launcher, one of my favorites. You get 3 different heads right here. Helmeted and a shouty head and a sort of just normal head. Then you get the torso. Just the one torso. I keep forgetting that there is 1 torso rather than 2. That's a bit of a mistake I constantly make. There's a sort of waist bit of him, of the person peering out of a hatch. And you get shoulder pads. Very nice. That is a heavy flamer right there. Multi-melter. What do we have? The heavy bolter. There are many weapons to go on this thing. It's quite confusing. A hunter-killer missile. Very important. Smoke launcher. Various combi weapons, the whole slew of different ones, and a whole bunch of hatches, as you can see right there as well. Very important stuff. Searchlight, you need that for night fighting. And yeah, I think that's about it on this particular sprue. It's on virtually all kits as far as I can tell, bar, I don't really know. I don't know where it doesn't appear, in fact. So that's that. Those are the sprues. It's all relatively simple. There's only one new thing on this particular kit, and we'll have a look at that. This light does look a little bit bright. Maybe I can change it. I think we might have a slight issue with it being a bit too bright, but the setup is a bit dodgy at the moment. But that is not the end of the world. We're going to have a look at the instructions right here. I don't know what, I'm just sort of maneuvering it into the sort of vaguely okay position. So there we go. Well done. That's the sort of read this area section here. You got a key down the side with a variety of things. you know, different build options, glue this, don't glue that, do this multiple times, etc, etc. And then you got some tools there, glue, clippers, and a mold line remover. We're only going to use those two really when we build it. Don't use mold line remover very often. So this is the basic sort of thing you'll have seen on multiple different build videos. From Rhino to Predator videos, and what are the other Predator support vehicle as well. And I wonder, also the Vindicator as well. I don't know if we built one of those on video yet, but we'll put a link up there, top right hand corner, for you to go and check out another video. If you want to see a build of it, basically you build one side, you put in the door hatch area as well. It's only sort of 3 parts, and then you do the other side. Very simple. Right there, and then you put in, okay, so that's the floor plate right there. The hatch there, in fact, the sort of spherical cylinder that goes into the side is a very tight fit. You're going to have to sand it down or potentially even chop it off entirely, because it is a bit of a nightmare. Anyway, moving on, you got the driver's side compartment hatch, you got the roof there, and various other bits and pieces here. We got the sort of front bits of track, I don't know, the flat parts, and then you get the angled bits of track as well. I don't really know how to describe these sorts of things, but anyway, big thumbs up from me. And then you can flip over to the other side. Basically going to repeat the process with the tracks on the left hand side of the vehicle right there. And then we've got the front armored bits which go there, the driver's window thing, a hatch, whatever you want to call it, goes on the front. That hatch there is the blank one. I'm going to be using Death Guard specific one, so when I build this kit, I'll blue tack that in and then just wait for the new hatches to appear. Get some rear armor on, get the other hatch on, get the floor plate right there into the floor plate, not the grab rail, the thing you stand on. I know there's a word for it. 4 exhaust stacks, 2 on each side. Very simple. That's all of that sort of stuff. Okay, and you'll all see that in more videos. Then you get the top. This is the first part of the Scorpius Missile specific sprue right there. The lid goes on with the rotating orifice thing in there. You got the various hatches from the vehicle accessory sprue. You can chop those little rivets off if you want, if you don't want to put headlights on your vehicle. They're just sort of things. This is the missile area. This is where we start building the missile specific stuff. That's the thing it's all really based on. This is the rotating unit. You get the left side and the right side right there. You can make sure, don't forget to angle them, and there are sort of notches in there so they can sort of stay at a specific angle, I guess. And it's just the left and the right side. It's building the same thing twice, really. It's not going to be too complicated. It's just mirror imaged over. So you build those 2 parts right there, those 2, and then you get the barrel and whatever that other little bit is. That builds 1. And then, so as I said, mirror it over, go through all the same process on the left-hand side. And then you want to glue them in onto that thing there. Make sure it's sort of angled up like whatever angle you want, really. And then you can plonk it in there. Do not glue it. Well, unless you don't want to, of course. But that's entirely up to you. Add the hatches. Probably not going to want some person standing out that I don't even think it'll fit. So you'll probably want to go pintle mounted weapons with closed hatches, or potentially, well, those are all the combi weapons right there, I believe. Yes, they are. Those are always an option. I don't think I'll be doing that. I think I'll be going the Havoc launcher, which is probably one of my all-time favorites, because more missiles are always a good day. But you could put on these weapons right here, pintle mounted multi-melters, flamers, all the heavy bolter. It really depends what you fancy. But yeah, I'm going to go Havoc launcher and probably, I don't know, flamer, I suspect. And then you get the hunter killer missile launcher, the searchlight and the smoke launcher as well, and the dreaded dozer blade, or the tow hooks, which I keep forgetting are an option. And that's all there is, really. That's the end of the instructions. Very simple. You get 3 pictures with different build options, I guess. Really up to you. What are you going to use? I don't know. I think, as I said, missile launcher and probably flamer is probably what I'm going to go for. But everyone's different. Every army's different and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, that's the back of the instruction sheet. Very nice. I hope you've garnered some sort of information from this. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and indeed hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss future videos. We will do a build video at some point, but not for a bit. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you, and goodbye.